Hello, welcome to Too Many Books. My name is Sean, and we are here with a broken binding unboxing. Kind of, in a way, my second broken binding unboxing for the week. Although this is my first, it's actually from the broken binding. If you didn't see it, I just received a Curious King book that had a quite long and arduous journey. Very much a fancy, over-the-top, fine-pressed deluxe book. And it made the final leg of the journey in a battered and beat-up broken binding box. So that was a little harrowing. But it survived. Miraculously, it survived. You should check that video out. I do ramble for 2 minutes talking about the journey, but man. Anyways, here we have the January title from the fantasy subscription, the final book in the Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn series, trilogy by Ted Williams. There are more Austen Ard titles out there, but those are not getting the broken binding treatment as of yet, I should say. So this is 2 Green Angel Tower Storm. We have 2 Green Angel Tower Siege, which was December's book. Just got it a couple weeks ago. And here we have Storm. Of course, we have a bookmark with a quote in the back. Your days will be long together. We'll be long together. Remember these moments always, but do not ignore the sad times either. Memory is the greatest of gifts. Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn. Right there. Let's dive in. If you haven't watched the past few months of the broken binding ones, this was pretty unique. Well, I should say it shouldn't be unique going forward, but this was the first of the broken binding subscription titles to have interior artwork, which is fantastic. So here we have Jeff Brown's exquisite artwork, and he's got all 3 blades on the page edge there. So Jeff Brown's exquisite artwork all the way around there. Green Angel Tower. This is a massive trilogy. Who do we got for the Endpapers this time? We have Christopher Cant and Peng Lu. I didn't know if they were going to, throw in Mark Simonetti for one of them, because he did one of the titles. I think it was only just one of the titles. He did some of the artwork. But anyways, let's dive in and take a look. One thing I forgot to show on the last one was the back of the cover. But look at the back of this cover. All 3 swords in beautiful stamping. Very nice stamping all around. So yeah, this third novel, To Green Angel Tower, is frequently split up into 2 volumes, especially with the paperbacks, because it is just absolutely massive, well over 1,000 pages, and that would be just a little too disgusting for a hardcover. So this is Tier 1 of the fantasy subscription, so it is 1,500 numbered and signed copies, signed by Ted Williams. There is number 805 to match my other fantasy titles. One thing that we will see as I flip through this is the text is going to be massive. I've mentioned it with the previous titles. A lot of people who've gotten these titles have realized, hey, this text is huge. I mean, look at that. It looks like it's large print text. So what happened is they used the same text files from the mass market paperback. So you think, just a fraction of the actual size of this, and they just blew it up to be the size of this hardcover. Oh, there's the other artwork there. Is that one Peng Lu or Christopher Cant? I don't know. One of them. Definitely one of them. There we go. We got a synopsis of the Dragonbone Chair. This is the story so far. Very, very nice. Synopsis of the Stone of Farewell, and then presumably there'll be the synopsis of Siege, the first part, or part 1 as it's known here. Let's try flipping through and see if we can find some of that interior artwork from Raphael Pinna? Right? Raphael Pinna? Did I get the name right? Raphael Pinna. Close enough. One of the downsides to having the sprayed edges like this is that the artwork isn't easily discernible from the actual pages. I mean, I should say the artwork isn't overly fancy to begin with. It's just printed right on the back of the pages themselves. It's not like a tipped-in plate or anything like that. So you're not really looking for any fancy, over-the-top Ziclé artwork or tipped-in artwork. If you want to see a much fancier edition for the Tad Williams titles, Grim Oak Press has done, well, they've done the first two. They've done Dragonbone Chair and Stone of Farewell. To Green Angel Tower is available for order, but it hasn't actually shipped yet. It's still in production. It is a very pricey volume. I mean, that the price of Green Angel Tower alone would set you back what it would cost to pick up the entire series from Broken Binding here. But you are going to get a nicer quality book. I believe those ones were bonded leather. They have the sewn binding, which is really the big draw for larger titles like these. With such massive page counts, with a glued binding like these ones have, you are going to wind up with a broken binding of your own when you try reading it. But having a nice sewn binding like Grim Oak provides. What's the one right there? Did I flip past one? Nope, I'm just seeing things. Grim Oak's is a much nicer reading copy. Only big criticism of Grim Oak is that their paper isn't as fancy as some other small presses. It's nicer paper than this, but it's not going to be up to the same quality as maybe like a Suntop title or the higher end Subterranean Press titles. But you're not going to have the large font type here. It's not going to look like a large print book, which is nice. Very excited to see what they do with that. I did order and I did unbox Dragonbone Chair and Stone of Farewell from Grim Oak Press if you want to check those out. Like I said, they are pricier volumes. I know Dragonbone Chair is sold out. I feel like Stone of Farewell is sold out as well, but I believe To Green Angel Tower is still available. Like I said, the pricier volumes, but they are going to be higher quality than you would get with Broken Binding. Broken Binding, though, if you want just a nice kind of little pretty trade edition, that's where Broken Binding really comes in. I don't know if these are spots on the page. Like, that's not intentional, right? We have kind of discoloring to the top and bottom of the page blocks. I don't think that is intended, but maybe it is. Maybe it's part of the background. What do you if you ordered this set? Let me know what you think, if that's supposed to be intentional. I don't think it is. But anyways, this and the whole series is only available through the subscription through Broken Binding here. It's a very long wait list to the subscription series. I know invites have already been sent out for the next series, which is Rook and Rose, Rose and Rook by M.A. Carrick, I believe was their name. That's going to be the February, March, April titles. So if you want to check out what those books are going to look like, be sure to subscribe to the channel here, because I will do unboxing videos for those as I receive them. I also do every other month the sci-fi subscription series as well, which is very exciting, plus lots of other small presses like Grim Oak Press that I mentioned earlier. Once I do eventually read these novels, I will do book reviews on the channel as well. I do at least one a week, so plenty for you to check out. But you do not need to be a subscriber to buy any of the other special editions that Broken Binding has. It's only these monthly or bi-monthly ones that are exclusive to the subscription. They recently just announced the third rule of time travel by Philip Fracassi, which I know some people who have read the arc for that. I've heard nothing but praise. That is coming, I believe, in March. Maybe it's February. I should have double-check the date on that. But Broken Binding is doing their own edition for that, so that's going to be one that I imagine will sell out pretty quickly. And from both A, Philip Fracassi being an exceptional writer, being a popular author, and B, he has a fervent following. We call ourselves the Fracassi Freaks. And I believe they said, or I believe Fracassi indicated that one's only going to have 500 copies. And well, the Fracassi Freaks Facebook page has more than 500 people, so I expect that one to sell pretty quickly. But there's lots of other titles on the website for you to check out as well. So anyways, thank you very much for watching. Please check out The Broken Binding. Please consider subscribing to the channel, and we'll see you around next time.